Hey traders, it's Danielle. Welcome to the Simpler Trading free video for July 23rd. Can you believe we're already halfway through July? Well, 2/3. Anyways, moral of the story here is that this week is one of the prime earnings weeks, and we've already seen some blowout reports from Microsoft, and starting really tomorrow, that's when we're really going to get into the meat of this season. So because you have some moves like this from Microsoft, look at this. Do you see how bad this just wants a new high? Look at that wick. When we have solid moves like that, and today the majority of the moves were very positive, what happens is that sends the momentum into the rest of the season. So you'll see, for example, times like last fall, right about here, you see where you have kind of like a drop off, rollover, and going into earnings. That's not happening this quarter because so far the reports have been largely positive. And you have something like this, like AMD, where it's already pulled back prior to the report. You have a volume that kind of topped out with a new high, pulled back, and then kaboom. So looking at this here, I think this is a great time to buy it. Yes, arguably, when would it have been better? Well, I did make a video back in here at that point as well. And I hold a bunch of AMD stock, but I think right here, I think it looks great. So I did start adding some options going into the earnings report. And I'm looking for a target of 35.50. Now, what's interesting about this is this ticker has high short interest. So guess what? Do you know how much I love a ticker that has high short interest going into an earnings report? That can be one of the most fun things to trade. And I think it was actually AMD back in here. You see this time period back here? That was started off due to a gap up on an earnings report. So I'm not saying the same thing can happen. I think it's a little bit different than it was back at that time frame. But at the very, very minimum, I have long calls in this. I'm going to trade it into the earnings report, and then I'm definitely going to trade this bullish for the report. Now, the next one that I did note was pretty crazy that I was actually getting into this because I don't really like to get into new IPOs that don't have a lot of data. We only have data on this since the beginning of May. And so when we're looking at this, honestly, it's not really a technical setup like AMD is. But the thing that's the most interesting about Beyond Meat is that it has a 44% high short interest. So what I'm really hoping for in this instance was I wanted a break to new all-time highs, which we got that both yesterday and today. But I wanted this to really, really start the short squeeze. Now, I felt like people were coming in and either taking profits or shorting there up at the highs, which, it's not ideal. I'd rather just blast off to the sky. But the fact of the matter is, this is arguably the hottest IPO this year. And while I would never advocate coming in and buying stock before a report like this, trading this in the options market for a couple days and looking for that hype to continue, especially after the breakaway gap last time, I think it makes sense. So I have some lotto flies at the 222 strike price. And, I will note that this is different than I do a variety of butterflies. Yes, I do some lotto trades just because, especially in this instance, it's already extended. It's a recent IPO. But I also do a variety of easy target flies. Those are the most probable, as the name suggests, they're for the easy target. The next type of flies that I love to do are going to be my prime time triple stack flies. And these are going to be about 1 to 4 risk reward, risking 1 to make 4. Those are going to be for a regular swing trade setup. It's the best way to elevate your trading and maximize your profits up to the profit zone. And then I do the lotto flies. And in this example, this absolutely was for a lotto trade. But you know what? I'm willing to put a little bit of cash at work to see if that can actually come through. So if you want to learn more about this overall trading style, about how I like to elevate my trading and stack my profits, come and join me tomorrow night at the webinar. I'm so excited to be sharing with you my stacked profits strategy, the way that I've been positioning my butterflies, and how I have been making money. So make sure you go to simplertrading.com/elevate and check it out. I'll see you there tomorrow. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope the profits continue to be with you.